That's me on top there. Now, I really tried to source this picture, actually. It's very entertaining. Since I grabbed it from the internet, I had no luck, but I said, the heck with it. I'm going to use it anyway because it's extremely entertaining. So obviously, I think it's Asia. But the gentleman at the top is a good representation of a website that has a lot of connections to it. This is still one of the most important areas for achieving higher rankings. The more websites out there that associate to you, the more connections you have, the more popular you become, period. It will always be that way. Now, there's other parts of SEO that have become more important. But fundamentally, that's the currency of the internet. The more popular you are, the more popular, the popular kid in school has all the fun. So it's the same with your website. Here are the technical updates. And obviously, Penguin is part of this. Links. Penguin is connections. Links. Associations. In August, links update. June, better results for many factors. In May, a lot of local link and quality updates. Okay? So let's grade. Let's grade ourselves. Grade time. And please do keep your number because it may be for a basket, what we're all really here for. And that's not necessarily to say it's for the highest grade or even the lowest grade. So 2, links, link profile, connections. When we say link profile, it refers to all of the links you have out there. When was the last time you guys audited your link profile, all the connections, and researched that using different software to see who is linking back to you? Okay? Now it's more common and required to do that once in a while to see if there's things you need to change out there in the landscape. Maybe there was some former not so great practice and you have to counteract for that. So much in fact that Matt Cutts, he was first to announce a tool for de-indexing bad links because there was so much practice of that taking the shortcut. Because there's certain ways to achieve links quickly, like blog links and things like that. It'll catch up to you. So if you have not done that, a 0 or a 2. Your connections out there influence what you're more popular for. Based on your connections, your links from other sites, it's going to affect what you rank higher for or lower for one term and another. 5, local connections. Local connections are links and associations from different social websites out there. It's not just a link. It's even posts. This is really a factor that's kicking in. One gentleman had a question about the social influence. I'm going to talk a lot about this. And what part does the SEO person play in this? It's almost become so that you have to take a part in this. It's very important, especially dependent on how competitive your field is. So if you have not done so, how many folks on your team have populated their social profiles and give credit to working for your company? How often are they updating that? Do you have any internal goals for once in a while posting something to your site and interlinking all your social profiles together? So try to be heard out there so that you can get more of those social connections. That is a fundamental part of organic rankings. It will continue to affect it more. And out of 100 points, it's 5 points or greater. If that 5 points is not in place, then your competitor may have a little jump over you if they're putting their voice out there. Second, directory and authoritative. You'll notice the manpower link and the deal breaker link. This is not optional. It's a 0 or a 2. You are either in 30, 40 plus authoritative directories, local.com, etc., 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 or you're not. That establishes your foundation. Local directories, business directories. If you are not physically in those, then you don't get the credit. Now we're not talking, this is really important. It's not partial credit for just being listed in 5 or 10 because you went and you saw some free directories. That may even be worse if those few free directories are kind of really low on the totem pole and they're low page rank and they're out of style. So we're talking about a very focused, targeted list of authoritative websites. And PageRank doesn't always indicate everything. It could be a PR1 directory sometimes, but based on other factors such as volume of traffic, not having very many links on the website, and so forth, it's good to have that target list together. That is a fun. If you don't have those 2 points, your whole SEO campaign is off, because you have not established that authoritative association, which is fundamental. It has become absolutely critical. And then 5 points for frequency. Are we seeing the trend here in every department? Frequency, frequency, frequency. So if you're not doing these, if you're not updating these connections on a bi-monthly basis at least, you're not getting that strong social signal, or that strong local signal, social signal. Why? All your competitors are doing the same thing. It's this spike of activity. Google sees the spike. It's obvious. All your competitors made that same spike, made that same dent in the wall. And what you have to do is, part of your search plan has to incorporate a very consistent, scheduled plan so that you have organic growth. If you don't, it's 0 points. This is truly 0 or 5. In fact, it works against you. If you go in there and you dabble and you say, I need to be in these directories and I need to be in that, and then that was old school SEO. That was like worked really well 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And those spikes work against you. Oh, this business that has 854 pretty strong competitors in Austin had a huge spike in this activity. Nice try. You do not have a good search plan in place.